Yeah. Seeger! All right, we're gonna do our best here. Kind of some blind spots down the lines, as you can see. I can't really get any closer to the glass without being over the glass because I'm above the glass, so it should be interesting. If you see a shattered iPad screen, I tried my best. Johnson will take the face-off here. He's flanked by Brzezinski and Cohen Dunbar. We got Nimmons and Kaderlich on defense. Brzezinski up the boards to Johnson. Little shot there by Dunbar from the side. That's going to be a goal for the Rails already. A little Dunbar shot out front. I think Johnson's the one that knocked that one in off of maybe a rebound off of, I guess, maybe a rebound off a Cohen shot. So Rails will go up 1-0. Johnson on the faceoff here again. Same line out there for the Rails still. Brzezinski carries away from the boards. He gets stripped. St. Cloud's going to take control center ice. Carrying to the Proctor zone. That's stripped by Johnson. Dunbar puts on chase there. St. Cloud's going to move it side to side. Brzezinski gets a stick on that. Breaks up their down ice pass attempt. Johnson picks it up right out in front of them. He gets a shot off. There's a rebound over to the boards by the goaltender. Nimmons able to step in and hold that one in. Fish puts on some pressure. We got Cohen Dunbar, Johnson, Fish, Burke, and Nimmons. Fish sends that back down the board. St. Cloud's going to knock it back out of the zone. We're going to flip that into the Rails zone. Nimmons will pick it up, send it back out to neutral ice. St. Cloud will send it back into the Proctor zone. That'll be an offsides for St. Cloud. So the face-off right outside of the Proctor zone here. actually center ice face-off. Must intentional icing, I'm guessing. I'm learning the rules still. Welty on the face-off, drops that back to Kaderlich. Kaderlich off the boards. St. Cloud's gonna move that one around Kaderlich, picked up by Burke behind the net. Burke carries up in front of the net, moves it over to Radzak. Radzak flips up, looking for Fish center ice. St. Cloud will break that one up. Hello. Fish to the corner, out of my view. Radzak flips it up to Nimmons, or Burke, sorry. Burke gets a shot, that's wide. Fish scrambles behind the net, sends it back up the boards to Burke. Burke off the boards, back down to the corner. Oh, the ref can just jump right up on the little flat spot over in the corner because there's no glass over there. That'll be an icing. I did not start the clock, sorry. Still working on that clock thing there. Might be because my hands are literally numb. All right, Dunbar on the face-off, picked up by Nimmons. He drops that along the boards to Tellerico. Tellerico turns it over to St. Cloud. That's broken up by Simonson. Simonson gets a shot off. I think that's going to be save against the pipe there by the St. Cloud goaltender. Put one glove on at least. St. Cloud able to clear that one out of the zone. St. Cloud gets a stick on that first, sends it behind the rails net. Kaderlich will be the first man there. Dunbar chips it up along the boards, out of the zone. St. Cloud tries to clear that zone. That's held in by Dunbar. Carries that around behind the net. Looks for that pass out to Kaderlich. That one's going to get out of the zone, unfortunately. Kaderlich will pick it up, circle back around. Hit Simonson. Simonson clears one man. Simonson chips back up center ice. St. Cloud will pick up control there, send that back into the Proctor zone. Nimmons to the corner, sends that around behind the rails net. Burke will get there first. Burke up to Dunbar. Dunbar will carry along the boards. Moves in through the circle, he's stripped. St. Cloud will come back the other direction. St. Cloud looks for that centering pass. He's pushed to the side by Nimmons and broken up by Dunbar. St. Cloud has control coming around behind the net. Brzezinski gets a stick on there, but St. Cloud takes it back. St. Cloud moves it up to the D-man out by the blue line. And drop that back down low. St. Cloud gets a shot off. That's blocked by Dunbar. Nimmons chips up the boards to Dunbar, and Tellerico's in the mix there too. Tellerico moves that out of the Proctor zone. Brzezinski puts on some pressure. St. Cloud's going to move it up to neutral ice. That's broken up by Dunbar. Excuse me. Poke checked away by Burke. Burke will carry up out of the zone. He's stripped before he hits the blue line. Kaderlich a reverse course here. Brzezinski up to Johnson. St. Cloud will take control of that. It's picked up by Kaderlich in the corner. Kaderlich chips it up to Johnson. Johnson will carry up out of the zone. Johnson gets a shot off from the side of the net. That's wide. Loose puck out front. Johnson's got a stick on it. A couple St. Cloud players in the mix. Nimmons will take a shot from out near the blue line. That's going to go in. The goaltender had no clue that was coming at him. He didn't even know they were shooting that. That goaltender either screened or just looking for his stick. I think there was a little scrap out front. So that'll be another Rails goal by Jasper Nimmons from out near the blue line. Johnson on the face-off there for Proctor. Brzezinski and Dunbar on the wings. Nimmons and Kaderlich on defense. Johnson picks it up in the far corner, looks to chip up the boards to Nimmons, but St. Cloud's going to pick it up, chip it around Nimmons. Brzezinski puts on some pressure. Back checks there. Kaderlich picks it up in front of the net, hits Johnson. Johnson can't quite get control of that one. Fish out of the box, strips St. Cloud coming up through the neutral zone. So Fish, Dunbar, and Johnson. Fish gets a nice little chip shot. That's going to get in past the goaltender there for a goal for Fish. So Rails will take a 3-0 lead, 9:29 left in the first. It's 3-0, right? I think it's 3. They got 1-1 on the board. Yeah, Maddox, Mason, Jasper. So I got to get the clock fixed here, the score fixed here. Should be 3-0 Rails. It's 3-0. Don't have that fixed yet. They're still showing it 2-1, but I'm sure we'll get it taken care of. Nice glove save there by Gavin. Yeah, they got it fixed up on the clock here. 3-0 Rails lead. Oops, sorry. Oh, and I'm adding. Okay, yep. Sorry if you're messaging me because I'm adding it to the wrong side. Get what you pay for, folks. Burke will pick that one up off of the face-off. He carries over towards the boards and up the ice. Fish over to the corner, sends it up the boards. He's looking to hit Burke out at the line, but hits a wonky spot in the boards here, which there's many of those. So St. Cloud will take it up, move it into the Proctor zone. Burke puts pressure in the corner there up to Radzak. Radzak moves it up. Welty trying to get a stick on it, move it up ice there to Fish, but can't quite get there. Kaderlich poke checks it away in the corner. He's going to circle back around, try to clear that out. Broken up by St. Cloud. Fish will carry up out through the neutral zone. He hits Welty center ice. Welty's stripped of his stick right out front of the net there, so I don't have any clue what just happened. I think the Rails scored. Yep. I have no clue who scored that. Do you know who scored that? I was watching Jace with no stick right out front. Sorry, no clue who scored that. To go back and watch film. Oh, I'll try to use the highlight thing here if I remember on the next goal. All right, got Talarico and Dunbar along the boards. Kaderlich also in the mix. Simonson right out front. Dunbar circles around behind the net. It's a shot deflected by the goaltender. St. Cloud trying to clear the zone. They're able to get that one out. Rails are going to circle back around. Simonson sends it to the corner. Dunbar gets there. Scraps in the corner. Talarico also there. Talarico comes away with it. Moves it up to Nimmons. Nimmons can't quite get a shot off there. He's going to send that back behind the net to Dunbar. Oops. St. Cloud chips it up the boards, held in by Burke. Burke gets a shot off from out near the blue line. That's going to be a glove save by the goaltender there. All right, I have to fix my time. Johnson on the face-off here. He's got Dunbar and Brzezinski on the wings, Kaderlich and Burke on defense. Puck loose in the corner, picked up by St. Cloud. They're going to clear the zone on that one. We'll have an icing call here on St. Cloud. That's the hard thing. There's no stats with this. uninstall. We don't try to get that other one download. It's not on, see if it'll work. I've tried uninstalling and installing multiple times and it wasn't working. So. Say that again. St. Cloud shot picked up by Burke out front of the net. Burke sends that up out of the zone. Johnson gets a stick on that, moves it up ice. Brzezinski can't quite get there. St. Cloud will take control and head back into the rails zone. Another centering attempt broken up by Burke. Burke tries to carry out. He's stripped. St. Cloud gets a shot off. That one's going to sneak by Gav. Keep working, Gav. We know they can hear us here because there's like nothing to block it. Excellent ring to yell at the children. All right, Welty will take the driver for Proctor. Fish and Radzak on the wings. We got Katerlik and Nimmons on defense. Welty wins that one, moves it over to Radzak, who drops it back to Nimmons. St. Cloud will take control in the neutral zone and send it down on to Gavin here, sorry. Gav will pass that one off to Katerlik. He chips it up the boards to Fish. Ooh, puck out front, Nimmons can't quite clear it. He's tangled up with the stick there, but that goes behind the rails net. Katerlik will pick it up, send it up the boards. Fish loses an edge here. Welty drops that pass over to Fish. Got Radzak, Welty, and Fish. Fish will lose control of that out in front of the net. Be picked up by St. Cloud. Welty puts on some pressure in the corner, hold it in for a second, but St. Cloud will pick it up and hit that center ice pass to the neutral zone. Poke checked away by Nimmons. Radzak will carry into the zone. Radzak is stripped. Sorry. Burke circles around. There's his zone. Burke will take a shot from out near the blue line. Nice little rebound out front, but nobody can get there and get a stick on it for the rails. St. Cloud will send that one down ice. We'll have a St. Cloud icing, so I'm not even going to turn the camera that time. Yeah, it must just remove off. This,
Where did they fit that in?
It's so cold in here too. My battery like this. This is my Wi-Fi. This is what I'm paying. So I bought this extra battery pack thing. That works pretty well. Dunbar on that face-off for Proctor, but St. Cloud will come away with control of that. St. Cloud stripped by Tallarico. Tallarico looks up high for Burke. Burke moves it over, looking for Dunbar, but Dunbar's stick was tangled up, so St. Cloud will take control. Nice Katerlik poke checks that away. St. Cloud will pick it up though coming in. We got rails down on a St. Cloud man by the net. St. Cloud will come around behind the net. They're going to look for their D-man out here. Good pressure by Burke. Burke will strip that, send it up out of the zone. Dunbar puts on chase. Katerlik will pick up the attempt to move it up along the boards. Got some St. Cloud parents looking for a tripping penalty there, but no call coming. Tallarico finds the puck here, coming up the boards. Tallarico sends that on net to Grabko. Thankfully, Gavin was heads up there and covered it up, so the face-off down in the Proctor zone here. Jeez. Hitting the wrong buttons left and right. Johnson on the face-off here for Proctor. He's Dunbar and Brzezinski. St. Cloud will take a shot from out near the blue line. That goes wide of the net. Dunbar gets there first. Nimmons will send that up into the St. Cloud zone, so we'll have a rails icing here and come back down to the rails zone. It is slightly chilly in here. Just a touch. Johnson on the draw there for Proctor. St. Cloud will get a little shot off. That was deflected. Ooh, these rails are putting the heat onto their own goaltender today. Deflected by Nimmons unintentionally towards Grabko, but knocked away and sent down into the St. Cloud zone. Johnson will get there first for Proctor. Dunbar sneaks in and tries to pick it away. Pass out to Brzezinski. Brzezinski will carry behind the net. Centering right across the center there. Can't quite get a stick on it for the rails. St. Cloud will take it over and head back into the rail zone here. St. Cloud gets a shot off. That's going to be covered up center mass by Grabko. Meanwhile, Allie's drop kicking things across the bleachers. Darn them. Welty wins that draw, sends it over to the boards. St. Cloud will pick it up from there. St. Cloud carries in. Welty gets a stick on that. Able to clear the zone. St. Cloud's going to send it back in. Katerlik tries to set that up by Steve Grabko. Needs to get away from the mini boards. That one will clear out the zone. A couple rails on chase there. Welty, Fish, Radzak. Welty gets a shot off from the circle, deflected away by the goaltender. St. Cloud player loses an edge, and Radzak will step in and take it over, and he'll move it over to a St. Cloud player.
Use your partner! Thank you!
Nimmons moves it behind the net over to Katerlik, using his partner, as Coach Carl informed him to do. Welty and Radzak. Welty crosses cross ice to Radzak, but it's a little low there. Nimmons will try to get a shot off. We got a St. Cloud player behind our D-man here. Burke recognizes that, puts on some coverage. So Nimmons will carry it back and try to send that back up into the neutral zone. St. Cloud will carry in. We got 3 rails, 1 St. Cloud player. Burke picks it up, moves it over to Fish. Fish cross ice, looking to hit Radzak, but St. Cloud will break that up. Cloud will carry up the boards. They're going to carry into the zone here. Oop, that's a trip. They're going to get a tripping call there for a trip on Dunbar. Good hustle, Coban! I just got a stick caught up in a skate blade. Bennett told me I don't get excited enough when they score goals, so I got to really go wild the next goal.
Documented just how excited you get because you're on camera.
Yeah, I think a 1.5 minute penalty here. I like it. I like what Coach Frank says.
What are you waiting for?
Getting the penalty on the clock here. Oh, the poor goalie has to sit in the penalty box over there the whole time.
What happened?
They just, because the penalty boxes are like attached to the box, kind of. So there's backup goalies in the penalty box just because that's where he's got to sit. It's a unique rink, that's for sure.
Stand in there ever.
No, that's true. I mean, they can if they really. Oh no, they can't.
No, they have to.
They can make somebody else stand in there in their place.
Their only opportunity.
Yeah, just hanging out in the penalty box. All right, well, I'm just working to try to get the penalty on the clock here. Oh, we're gonna go without it on the clock, I guess. So there's, I don't think they can get it up there, so it's gonna be what? Hopefully Thursday he'll be. Brzezinski blocks that one with a skate to hold it in the zone, but St. Cloud will pick it back up. Oops, sorry, bumping around. St. Cloud will get a shot off. Grabko's going to glove that, but that gets loose out of his glove. St. Cloud gets St. Cloud gets another shot off that hits the side of the pipe. The rails take a little issue with. St. Cloud, hey, bud! Take a little issue with getting that close to the goaltender. I don't think they're going to call. Yeah, they are going to take the retaliator, which One of those you gotta teach them not to retaliate, right? Because I know they were looking for a call on the first push by the rails, but no call, and they always get the retaliator, I feel like. So rails will have a 5-on-3 advantage here for about another minute, just under a minute.
Nice! Let's roll all the way down. Show me down there.
Yep, wrong end. They got the number up there now.
Get closer.
Yeah. So rails 3-on-5 for just under a minute. And they'll start off about less than 10 seconds with the power play in the next period. I'm okay. It's like just in my bones, you know? I know. Never know if that stuff's gluten-free or not. I think some of it is, but sometimes it's just easier to not. I have my mug with. I'll have to bring like tea or hot chocolate tomorrow or something. Hot toddy. Katerlik moves it over to Nimmons. Nimmons gets a goal there. That's a nice shot from top of the circle there. We'll put the Rails up with the 5-1 lead. Rails still have a one-man advantage here for the rest of the period. Dunbar on the draw here. He's got Tallarico and Simonson on the wings. St. Cloud will come away with that one. Katerlik will pick it up. St. Cloud moves up to the neutral zone. That's poke checked away by Dunbar, but St. Cloud will follow it up and send it along the boards behind the net. Katerlik picks it up in the corner up to Simonson. Tallarico moves it over to Dunbar. Dunbar carries behind the net, centers to Tallarico right out front. Tallarico gets a shot off. He gets hit from behind as he's taking the shot, but that's can be covered up by the goaltender there. Yeah, nice center and good shot. This is one thing I don't like because without stats like a rink like this, you don't know shots on goal. So yeah. Dunbar will win that one, move it over to the boards. Simonson will chip it up to Nimmons. Nimmons sends it back down behind the net. Burke holds it in, moves it up to Tallarico along the boards. St. Cloud will take control, move it along behind their net. Sorry, I went to the ceiling. That's helpful. Dunbar in the corner. Drops that off to Tallarico. Tallarico looks to hit him back, but Dunbar's not there. Cross ice to Nimmons. Nimmons up the boards to Tallarico. Tallarico will tip it into the zone. Dunbar will pick it up, carry down to the corner. Dunbar's got Simonson out front, tries the center, but he hits the side of the net. Nimmons will pick it up, get a little shot off from the circle. Tallarico gets a shot off. That'll be the end of one. They're going to wave that one off. I think Rails scored, but after the whistle. So we'll end the first period with the Rails with a 5-1 lead. They're actually going to zam right now, so we'll have a little bit of a break. Just for entertainment's sake, this is cool. They've got like a wall that swings out for where the Zam comes in. Definitely a unique rink. Fish says hi. Hi.
We're playing Furnace Falls. Hey, let's go. Play the right way. All right, head up, find somebody.
All right, we'll start out second period. There's 39 seconds left in the power play for Proctor. All right, Johnson will take the draw for Proctor here. Got Dunbar and Brzezinski on the wings. Burke and Katerlik on defense. Katerlik cross ice looking for Dunbar. Dunbar will pick that up, carry it in. Drops that back to Burke. Burke gets a shot off, that goes wide. Johnson in the corner. Dunbar picks it up. Dunbar sends it along the boards over to Katerlik. Katerlik will send it back down. It'll be broken up by St. Cloud. Should have a St. Cloud icing there. Fish and Radzak here flanking Welty. Nimmons and Katerlik on defense. St. Cloud will get past the rims. Defenders there, they get a shot off. Covered up center mass by Grabko. Sorry.
Let's go.
Johnson on the draw here. He's got Brzezinski and Dunbar with Burke and Nimmons on defense. Johnson will pick that up off of the draw. St. Cloud will take control. Sent back down by Nimmons along the boards. St. Cloud gets a shot off from way out in neutral zone here. Burke will pick it up, tries to chip that up to Johnson. Johnson will chip it off the boards and get past the defender. Johnson bodies him off. Brzezinski centers right out front to Dunbar. Dunbar looks up for Nimmons. That's going to be a center mass shot covered up by the St. Cloud goaltender. Johnson here again on the face-off for Proctor. That's right on point. Goaltender will deflect that over to his teammate. Brzezinski in the corner. St. Cloud's going to pick that one up and carry out of the zone. That'll get past Burke. St. Cloud's got a 3-on-1 here. Grabco deflects that shot away. Johnson there. Johnson will pick it up and head back the other direction. Johnson takes a shot from center of the circle. That one goes up the goaltender's mask. Picked up by St. Cloud over along the boards. Dunbar puts on some pressure. St. Cloud looks for that cross ice pass. Or center ice pass, excuse me. Gets stripped there by Nimmons. Shot by Radzak right out on the point. That'll be deflected away by the goaltender. Brzezinski will get there first. Moves that up, backhand to Johnson. It's knocked away from Johnson. Johnson able to get a stick on it, sends it back up to Radzak. Radzak clears two men. A little collision with the goaltender there. It was totally not intentional, guys. I'll move that off of the goaltender for the moment here. Goaltender down, kind of hanging onto his knee. Radzak collided with him and was on top of him, but nothing intentional there at all. Goaltender on his knees now. Goaltender up on his feet now. So we'll have a face-off here in the St. Cloud zone. Nimmons and Katerlik back on defense here for Proctor. Welty will take the face-off. He's got Radzak and Fish on the wings. Welty sends that one over to the corner. Fish will put on chase. St. Cloud will clear the zone with that one. Katerlik moves across ice to Radzak. Radzak will dump it to the corner. Fish behind the net, scrapping for the puck with a couple of St. Cloud players. Centering pass by Radzak. Welty can't quite knock that one down. Grabco will cover that one up on the corner of the net. Get a shot off. That goes up over Grabco. St. Cloud looks for the center there. That's broken up by the rails. Another shot over Grabco's head. Oop, puck out of play. Not shocking here. Right now we got Dunbar out there centering Tallarico and Simonson. Kaderlich and Burke on defense. Dunbar wins that face-off, but it's picked up by St. Cloud. Dunbar circles around, moves it back over to Simonson. Simonson will dump that one on net, deflected away by the goaltender. St. Cloud picks up control behind the net. They're going to move it up the boards to their wing. Tallarico's pressure makes St. Cloud miss, and Dunbar will pick it up. Dunbar carries behind the net over to the corner. Looks up top and hits Burke. Burke gets a shot off. That goes wide. That one will clear out the zone. Kaderlich tries to chip that one along the boards back up past the St. Cloud player, but St. Cloud will knock it down. Tallarico will pick it up and dump into the zone. Simonson chases to the corner. Kaderlich will pick that one up off the boards and get a shot off. Wide of the net. Dunbar picks it up, carries in, tries to poke that one in on the corner. That's going to hit the pipe. Tallarico to Dunbar. Dunbar looks to center to Simonson, but that's broken up by St. Cloud. Loose puck behind the rails net, picked up by Dunbar. St. Cloud on a line change here. Simonson drops it up to Dunbar. Dunbar back to Simonson. Simonson chips it up to Tallarico. That's taken off Tallarico's stick. St. Cloud will come back into the zone. Kaderlich pushes him to the corner. They get a centering pass on, but Burke's got the center tied up in between the circles there. Tallarico move it over to Simonson. It's going to be an offsides on the rails here. Simonson looking for Dunbar. Dunbar was already in the zone. Brzezinski and Dunbar here flanking Johnson. Burke and Nimmons on defense. St. Cloud will send that to their player along the boards. They're going to chip that one up the boards. That one gets past Nimmons. Brzezinski takes that off the St. Cloud stick. They'll move that around behind the net. Held in by St. Cloud. St. Cloud player takes a shot from over near the boards. Grabko's going to knock that one down and cover it up. Johnson drops that one over to Burke off of the face-off. Burke will carry around behind the net. Moves that up ice to Dunbar. Dunbar looks to move it cross ice. That's knocked down by St. Cloud. Sorry, I'm up at the ceiling again. Dunbar in the corner. He's going to move that one up along the boards out of the zone to Johnson. Puck's tied up in some skates here. Johnson will circle around in front. Burke looks to move in. Burke gets that strip from him. Nimmons pushes him to the boards. Centering attempt right across the crease there. He picked up by Burke. Burke will circle around, move that up the boards to Dunbar. Dunbar chips that up for Johnson. St. Cloud will pick it up, send it back over by the rails bench. Picked up by Nimmons. Nimmons will drop it into the zone. Picked right back up by St. Cloud. They'll carry into the Proctor zone. You get a shot off center mass. Grabko will knock that one down. It's picked up by Kaderlich. Held in by St. Cloud. Brzezinski able to move that one up and out of the zone up to Johnson. Johnson loses control of the puck. Sends it to the corner there. St. Cloud looks to clear. Goes off the boards. Kaderlich will pick it up. Get a shot off from up near the blue line. That's deflected by the goaltender. Kaderlich will strip the St. Cloud player, send that in the zone. That'll be a rails offsides. Center ice face off on this. Welty takes that draw for Proctor, chips it up into the St. Cloud zone. St. Cloud moves that along the boards. Katerlik will pick it up, move that cross ice over to Radzak. Radzak trying to get a stick on that one, sends it to the near corner here. St. Cloud will pick that up behind the net. Trying to move that one up the boards. That'll get moved up and out, picked up by Katerlik. Katerlik cross ice to Radzak. Radzak will tip that down into the zone and chase. Held in here by Burke. Burke gets a shot off, deflected by the goaltender. Fish is there, looks to chip that across the crease for a center. But St. Cloud will pick it up near the boards. Oh, body's down, sticks down. Radzak has it in the corner. Katerlik chips it back over to Radzak. St. Cloud will pick it up along the boards here. Move it up to their defender. They get a shot off with a bouncing shot right in front, hits a skate and deflects wide. Radzak tries to carry that out of the zone. He's stripped. Loose puck down in the corner, picked up by Katerlik. Katerlik plays a little chase, turns around, sends that the other direction along the boards. St. Cloud will pick that one up. Fish chips that off the boards. We'll have a rails icing call here. Dunbar will take this face off. He's got Talarico and Simonson on the wings. Burke and Nimmons on defense. St. Cloud will come away with that one, get a quick shot off. Grabko wasn't quite sure where that went, but he made the save. Picked up and moved up to Talarico. Talarico stripped to that over along the boards. Talarico able to hold that one into the zone though, sends that along the boards behind the net. St. Cloud will pick that up. Dunbar will come away from the boards with that puck. It's a shot off. Oh, just up and over the net. Dunbar out to Talarico. Talarico gets a little backhand off there. That's deflected out. Talarico will pick up that rebound and go 5-hole on the goaltender there. Put the rails up with a 6-1 lead. Dunbar on the face-off here for Proctor. Same line. Nimmons will chase to the corner. Moves that behind the net over to Talarico. Talarico chips it up to Dunbar. Dunbar will carry in. Dunbar carries up through the circle. Moves it over to Burke. Burke will send it wide behind the net. Picked up by Simonson. Simonson's taken down behind the net. St. Cloud will take the puck. St. Cloud tries to clear the zone. That's held in by Burke. St. Cloud player loses control of the puck behind the net. Talarico will pick it up. Talarico working to try to maintain control of the puck. St. Cloud will take it over. Send it up along the boards. They're going to go cross ice there. St. Cloud, ooh, excellent glove save by Grabko. St. Cloud gets a shot out from the top of the circle. Grabko will glove that one and pull it down. Katerlik and Nimmons here on defense. Brzezinski, Dunbar, and Johnson on the wings. I want to get a little bouncer right on to Grabko. Grabko will knock that one away. St. Cloud has control behind the rails net. Dunbar will hustle to the corner. Ooh, shoot. Shot from up near the top of the circle. That's deflected. It hits Katerlik out front. Bounces. Sorry. Ooh, Dunbar's nailed in the boards here. Yeah, Dunbar. Full-on body check right in front of the rails net here. It should be more than a minor penalty, but kid about half his size hits him straight up. No, it's not because he's small. You can't full-on body check him. Sorry. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Go sink it. Let's go. All right, so 2-minute penalty. Have they been 2 the whole game, or is that a... Have they been 2-minute penalties the whole game? And I'm not paying attention to that? Or is that... Yeah, I thought they'd been a minute 30 today, but I don't know all the rules on that. Offsides call here on Proctor. I'm going to bring my clock back on point.
In the range, it's 2 minutes.
Right.
Proctor, it's a minute 30.
But I thought they were playing minute 30 the rest of the game, so I don't know if it's a... Yeah. Let's go, Rails! Johnson to the corner. St. Cloud's going to come back the other direction with it here. Johnson and Radzak. That's knocked away from Johnson by the St. Cloud defender. Radzak gets a shot off, but that's deflected wide. Oh, a shot from Kaderlich out near the blue line. Radzak's getting... They're going to call a St. Cloud player on another penalty there. He's Oliver Radzak. So Rails have a 3-on-5 power player. Let's go, Rails! Let's use it! Let's go! I swear I thought we were doing minute 30 penalties before, so sorry if I misspoke on that because they're 2-minute penalties. So Rails have a 3-on-5 advantage for a minute 7 here. Just can't get to the corners. Simonson will come away from the corner with that. Simonson chips it out. It's a St. Cloud player. St. Cloud's going to pick it up and send it out of the zone for an icing call. Let's go, Rails! Tallarico, Dunbar, Nimmons, Brzezinski, and Kaderlich here. Dunbar will take that face off. Brzezinski will pick it up. Brzezinski gets a shot off. That's deflected by the goaltender. Nimmons will chip that through the leg of the St. Cloud player. And he gets another little shot off if it hits St. Cloud. Tallarico will circle around through the neutral zone. Rails are going to get an offsides call there.
Take your time and set it up.
Let's go, Rails!
Pick your heads up, come up.
They're calling really tight though.
Pick your heads up, Wyatt.
And they were yelling at us because he's so small, period.
Kaderlich will stretch it up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski goes down. Just over the blue line. Dunbar will get to the corner and Tallarico. Tallarico picks it up. Tallarico cross ice to Katerlik. Katerlik gets a shot off from top of the circle. That'll be covered up by the goaltender. Keep working, Rails. Let's go, boys. Back to 4-on-5 here for another 39 seconds. Johnson will take the face-off here for Proctor. He's got Radzak and Fish on the wings. Burke and Nimmons on defense. St. Cloud will chip that one up past Burke. Of a St. Cloud icing call. Apparently we disagree with the icing call over there. Oh. Same line here for Proctor. 30 seconds left in the power play here for Proctor. Oh, Burke right on the line with that one. I'm not sure I even had it on the camera, but just out of the zone. Johnson will walk away from the face-off with that. Circles around, gets a shot off. Saved by the goaltender. Nimmons will chip that one back down just wide of the net. Uh-oh, Fish sends that one over here, but we're in a line change here. Katerlik will cross ice. He's going to hit Fish. Fish, Johnson, and Radzak enter the zone. Fish's center attempt is broken up. Radzak picks it up. Loose puck out front. Lots of bodies, lots of sticks. Way to get in there, Dane. Way to get in there, guys. Keep working. So we're going to check it. Okay. Okay. Center ice face-off. 1:23 left in the game. Rails have, sorry, a 7-1 lead. St. Cloud gets a little shot off, I think poked wide. I'm not sure if Grabko got a stick on that or St. Cloud just sent it wide, but. Dunbar will carry in. Centering shot by Dunbar. Centering pass by Dunbar. Simonson gets a shot off just wide of the net. This is going to get chippy real quickly here. They're going to take Katerlik, I believe. Oh, they're going to take both of them, I think. No, just Katerlik. Nope, they're actually taking St. Cloud. And Katerlik, that's right. Benches are weird here. Benches, the penalty boxes are right on the side of the benches here, so. Whew. This is going down real quickly. All right, so offsetting penalties here. Excuse me. So we'll stick with 5-on-5 hockey. Welty will take the face-off for Proctor. Fish will put pressure on. Loose puck behind the net. Dunbar will get there. Or sorry, Burke. Burke chips that up the boards. He's looking for Radzak. Welty will pick it up. All right. Okay. End of the second period. Sorry, I gotta change the time on the clock here. Give me just a second to do that. We're just starting the third period here, so I know I gotta change that too. Radzak bodied off of that puck. Welty will pick it up behind the net. Probably should have called it out. We might be in running time here with the 6-goal difference. I'm not sure what the rule is on that at this tournament, but Radzak moves that up to Dunbar. Dunbar takes a shot. That goes wide. Burke will take a shot from top of the circle. That's going to be knocked away by the goaltender. Centering pass by Fish right out front. Radzak will drop that to Dunbar. Dunbar can't quite keep his stick on that. St. Cloud will chip that off the boards and up out of the zone into the Proctor zone. Burke sends that off the boards up to Welty. You can't see down this line, but I think they're going to call a St. Cloud another checking penalty. Yeah, they're going to start playing this like it's a Bantam game, so here we go. So Proctor, another power play here. And they got 2 players in the box, but they got 4 on the ice. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think one of their players, maybe one of those checks, he got a bigger penalty. There's another boarding. Board Dunbar behind the net again. Let's go, Cohen, eat it, buddy, eat it! Okay, 3 on 5. He just boarded Cohen again. Do that, because now they got 3 on 5. All right. Well, they're taking Katerlik into the penalty box or something. Okay. So we got 5 out there. Do we have too many? Do we have too many out there?
Well, they both got penalties, so.
Oh, they did. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. Coincidentals there on Katerlik and St. Cloud. Saw St. Cloud boarded Dunbar, so I'm not sure if Katerlik stepped in or what. St. Cloud gets a shot off. Grabco's going to kick that away and scoop it up. We are in running time, thankfully. Running time. Yeah, I know. Then I don't have to. Although I did stop it. See? Jeez. It's like habit now. I suck at it when it's not running time. I suck at it when it's running time. Again, I say everybody gets what they pay for, so. All right. Here we go. Brzezinski on the draw there. Dunbar will pick that up, moving on up to Talarico. Talarico looks for Simonson. Brzezinski's taken out center ice there. Oh, nice centering pass there. I think that was Simonson on the centering pass to Talarico. Talarico circles back around, gets a shot off at the rebound out front. St. Cloud's going to knock that one over to the corner. St. Cloud will send that up the boards, picked up by Burke. Burke looking to hit Brzezinski, but hits a St. Cloud stick instead. Talarico will move it up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski will walk in, get a shot off from up near the blue line. That's wide of the net. Dunbar at D. Dunbar moves it over to Burke. Ooh, nice shot by Burke. Deflected away by the goaltender. Rebound picked up. Rebound picked up by Simonson. That might have gone in on its own anyway, but Brzezinski will get a stick on that and poke it in. Nice shot, Blake. Dunbar up center ice to Talarico. Talarico's going to circle around, carry it into the corner. Talarico loses an edge in the corner. St. Cloud will take the puck, come around behind the net, move it up the boards out of the zone. St. Cloud player gets that one on net. That's deflected away by Grabko. Simonson over along the boards. St. Cloud will hold that in, but St. Cloud centers that one, poked away by Burke. St. Cloud gets a shot off, deflected away by Grabko. Brzezinski behind the net. Brzezinski's looking cross ice for Simonson, almost broken up by St. Cloud, but Simonson will pick that up and carry his own. He takes a shot from the top of the circle. That's wide of the net. Picked up by St. Cloud behind the net. St. Cloud's going to go cross ice here if I can. Nope. Held in by Kaderlik instead. Nimmons takes that off the St. Cloud stick, chips it up the boards to Simonson. Simonson will pass it up to Welty. Welty carries in, gets a shot. That's kicked away by the goaltender. Held in, though, by Radzak. Radzak puts it right out front to Fish. Fish is going to get that one in through the 5-hole. Don't know why I'm stopping the clock. Oh, I stopped the clock for goals. Sorry. Oh, we don't stop the clock for goals. I lied. Oh, Lord. We're just going to pretend the clock is right and deal with it. In my defense, I can't feel my hands, so. Can't even see the puck, it's so close here. St. Cloud gets a shot off the side of the net there. Radzak and Nimmons over to the corner. Nimmons will move. Ooh, guys. It's a little rough out here. Kaderlik will send that back into the zone. Centering pass out to Fish. Radzak gets a stick on it, gets a little shot off. That's blocked. Nice hold in there by Nimmons out by the blue line. Loose puck over in the corner, picked up by Welty. Welty circles around, puts it to Dunbar. Dunbar will get that one in right past the glove side of the goaltender. Nice pass there by Welty. Johnson on the face-off there for Proctor. Good pressure right off of the face-off by Johnson. It's a shot off in the bottom of the circle. Simonson gets the rebound, but a little pushing and shoving after the fact. Johnson's teammates will pull him out of the mix there. Johnson will come away from the face-off with that, gets a shot deflected with a kick saved by the goaltender. Talarico pressures in the corner, moves it up to Simonson. Simonson, nice shot from the center of the circle there. Talarico and Johnson in the corner. St. Cloud will walk into the zone here. Simonson and Burke push him to the corner. Centering pass right out front. That one's going to go up and out of play. Offsides call here on St. Cloud. Centering pass right out front. That's knocked away by Dunbar. Dunbar will move it over to Simonson. Simonson looks to hit Johnson. It's deflected away by St. Cloud. Call a rails off sides here, I think. Sorry, that's a helpful shot. Beautiful red line, though. Oh, Johnson will walk right in, get that one past the goaltender. Got some unhappy St. Cloud parents again. I didn't see what happened in the corner, but they think it should have been a penalty. Not sure on who, not sure for what. Four and a half minutes left here in running time. Johnson off the faceoff. Again, kicks that up to himself, carries in, gets a shot from the bottom of the circle. It's deflected away. Johnson picks up that rebound. Rails are going to hold it in. Sorry. Can't see much along the boards there. St. Cloud tries to clear that puck. Nimmons will race to the corner. Nimmons chips that up along the boards to Simonson. Simonson will carry out, and he's stripped. Nimmons will pick it up, send it along behind the net. Catterlick will carry out of the zone. It's a bunch of traffic in front of the Rails bench here. St. Cloud's going to take control in the far corner here. Oh. Brzezinski out to Welty for the one-timer. That goes off the pipe down in the lower corner. Held in by Nimmons. St. Cloud will pick that up. Brzezinski knocks it down with his stick, and Nimmons will chip it back down to the corner. Dunbar behind the corner. He's pinned against the boards. Got your number 11. Grab call, get a glove save there on a little flip shot from out near the top of the circle. So Dunbar, Welty, Brzezinski, Dunbar, Burke. Every game. I know. Yeah, don't get it. That makes me nervous. Brzezinski turns and sends that one along the boards back behind the net. Dunbar will get there. St. Cloud will pick it up off the chip. Brzezinski's throwing off the puck there. We're going to call Dunbar on a check here, I believe. It's because he's small. They're going to take Cohen Dunbar on a checking penalty here. Oh, Lord. I love this. They got a stopped clock here. I got to adjust my time. We got 1:32 left in play.
Go, Gabs, you big now.
Welty, Brzezinski, Burke, and Dunbar on the penalty kill here. Oh, guys. Hey! Come Grabko's down in the net right now. Really? Sure, bud. Boy, okay. We got 58 seconds left to play here. Let's go, Rails. Keep working, guys. Wow.
Just leave it. We're bigger than that. Just leave it, please.
What?
What?
All right, they're going to take Brzezinski on a penalty. That's fine. There's a minute left. Let's go. So we got, I don't know, I see a couple rails in the penalty box. Must have been a couple offsets. So we got 4 on 5. Rails on a power play kill here. They're already running the clock here, so I'm going to catch back up. This game just needs to be done at this point. No, they're stopping it now. Maybe we just don't be a jerk right now. Might be helpful.
Guys, leave it.
They are starting the clock, so we're just going to let time run out here, I think. This game needs to be over. No, they're stopping it.
Stay out of their shit. It's 11-1. Who cares?
Doesn't help when the moms yell. I'll apologize for that. I wasn't yelling at kids or refs, though. That dad standing behind the box needs to watch it. No. They're just going to let it run out here. Okay, so that was fun.